Hello and Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad AIMAN IDLAN bin ROSLAN and my match number is CF210141. So for AutoCAD project, I take the part of student A for this project. My job is to draw a floor plan, roof plan, utility plan and cross section. First we go to floor plan. As you can see, this is like most basic house like living room, garage, toilet, kitchen, desk and bedroom. After that, we go to roof plan. So we use three type of roof plan like heat line, ridge line, and valley line to draw a roof plan. And with that, we go to the roofing plan. So we use different sizing, and we have three size for bed footing. For P1, the bed footing size is 1100 by 1100 millimeter. And for the second one, is P2, we use 900 multiply 900 millimeter. And for the P3 sizing, we use 800 multiply 800. The last one is cross section. I do cross section view drawing in middle of house. I take at a point 7B and 8H. As you can see this in my cross section view, there are required living room, kitchen and master bedroom. So this is my cross section plan. I want to wish thank you my group member for protecting and helping each other. Goodbye and Assalamualaikum.
My name is SYAHRUL KHALIDI bin RAHMAN. My role is as a student B, and my task is to for architecture drawing, I need to draw the front view and also cross section for section B. And for civil engineering drawing, I need to draw the ground floor beam and slab plan, and also ground floor slab detail. So how I do? First, I do identify all the information. For example, dimension, grid line, color line, and etc. So after that, I will start my drawing with I will create the grid line first to make it as a guideline for me to make the other object or model. From that, I will use offset tool to build the model by follow the dimension given. I will change the layer of the line that are already offset and depends on what object that line belong. So if I make the offset line for the wall, so I will change to the layer wall or beam or something. So after that, I start using the trim tools to cut the excess line and make the real object. For this part, I will also close the other layer to make it easy for me to trim the line that I want. So by using the method, I will repeat until I finish my model. At last, I will setting this model to the template that I already have and use the correct scale to make it look nice. So that's all.
Assalamualaikum. My name is ALIAH HAZWANI BINTI ZULKIFLI, CF210061. My group project title is Project for Single Story House Casa Impian, Bandar Utama, Sungai Petani, Kedah. My part is Student C. Student C should do rear elevation, cross section and ground floor beam details. Thank you. Next, to part rear elevation. First, the rear elevation is the elevation opposite the principal elevation. First, I do At the rear view, there is part alfresco, bedroom, WIR, and bedroom form. First I get the all information from floor plan to know the dimension to do line the wall. Next, for parts cross section, first we must choose a cross section line. Second, copy the floor plan, mark with the cross section yearly. I make the column according to the position of the column on the floor plan. Next, do the beams and pad footing according to the predetermined size. Then I draw the roof frame and roof truss. Okay, for the lastly parts is ground floor beam details. First, we must choose at least 3 beams such as beam 1 span, 2 span, and 3 span. Second, obtain the information related to selected beam to find out the all dimension. Third, determine the beam size. For my group, start the beam is RC 125. Okay, for information, beam 1 span is simply supported beam, and 2 and 3 span is continuous beam. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is NADHILAH binti Ramli. Matrix number CF210015. Okay, next is right view elevation. How can I determine the right view elevation? I distinguish the height of the side with the right and left. Determine as if I were facing the front of the house. Directional notation such as right side or north height help minimize confusion when interpreting drawings. Okay, cross section DD. To create a cross section, first draw a line on floor plan that cuts through a section of the house, for which need to show cross section detail. First, I copy the floor plan mark with the cross section area. I drew the column according to the position of the column on the floor plan. Next, I drew the beams and pad footing according to the predetermined size. Then I drew the roof frame and roof truss. Okay, to mark the column, I saw where the beams meet with the other beams on the floor plan. But not a place need to be marked with column, because if the column are located too close, this will make it difficult for the contractor to make pad footing. The column size use 250 times 250, 200 times 200, and 150 times 150. Each column used for main bulk of size 20
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad AIMAN Daniel bin YAZID. My registration number is CF210072. I live in Kelantan. First, I'm not really good in AutoCAD, but I try my best. Okay, in my group, I choose student E for my project. First, the left elevation. I start with draw the midpoint, and after that I start draw the ground until the roof. Second, for the cross section, almost the same step. I also draw the floor until the roof. Third, for the roof pin detail, I start draw the roof pin of my house. First, and then I choose 3 beam that I want to make the calculation. The 3 beam that I choose, I will divide the length of the beam from column to column by 225. Why 225 is because 225 is the distance between the linkage, or we can call it iron link. That's all from me.